ranginess is more like Sosa. His strength is a little more like Corley, so he's got some of those elements in the same package if he's not beaten between the years already. I saw his first 5 open division amateur fights when he was 16 years old, and they happened to be in the National Golden Gloves because he went uncontested in Michigan that year.
Looking beautiful with the white gloves. Here we go, round 1, scheduled for 12.
Judah's hoping this fight is his speed. He has to be the first guy who can match Floyd Mayweather's speed. Mayweather opened a little more than 5-1, dropped to 4-1, went up to 5-1, then up to 6-1. So ultimately, most of the money went on Mayweather, but there was heavy two-way action in this fight.
Mayweather lands the first punch. A little quick left hook upstairs. Best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, Floyd Mayweather Jr.
You'll notice possibly that that the fighters are wearing different brands of gloves. His most recent fight against Sharmba Mitchell, he fought DeMarcus Corley in 2004. Henry Brucella switched up some in 2004. Part of the foundation for this fight.
Whoa! Tangling up here.
Judah ended up in a sparring session with Ferguson, and Mayweather thought he was a little too aggressive, thought he took advantage of the younger fight. Nice leaping left hook there by Mayweather. Mayweather timing Judah, leaping in there with Hasim Rahman is there. And he says to Mayweather, hey, aren't you training to fight a left-hander? Why don't you spar Zab? So a couple days later, they did spar. It went 4 rounds, and to hear Mayweather tell it, it was 4 rounds to nowhere for Judah. Roger Mayweather claims that he had to stop the session because Judah was taking too much punishment, and Yoel Judah wouldn't stop it. If you believe that claim, that's up to you, but the Judahs haven't been anywhere this week.
There's a slip.
To say anything to counteract the claim.
There's the background on what goes on in the world of boxing. Judah going to the body.
And Mayweather came back and beat Augie Sanchez twice that year, and Zab ultimately lost to David Diaz. Nice left hand there by Judah. Excuse me, it was a right hand.
Right hand jab he's been throwing out there. He's waiting to load up on that left. And Zab Judah shocked the world tonight. He's certainly capable. Floyd very cautious. Lead right hand.
That's the lead right hand he lands so often against so many people, and which is generally a big weapon for a right-hander against a southpaw.
It's nice to have Mayweather back in Vegas, but he's not exactly the crowd favorite from what I'm hearing.
Well, his last 2 appearances here were 2 tough fights with Jose Luis Castillo, and he's in another roughhouse fight tonight.
That was back in 2002. Castillo may have been the only guy who actually ever beaten him.
And he already had the amazing defensive skills that his father taught him, made him a more complete fighter. But tonight he has yet to turn any of that up. So probably the majority of the people in this house have a couple dollars on Mayweather.
Left hand from Judah.
Nice counter left by Judah. More the aggressor this part of this round at least than he has been to any point in the fight so far is Mayweather.
He's trying to cut off the ring. His corner was saying that Judah doesn't want to fight him. And I don't think Judah wants to get knocked out. It's what Judah's trying not to do. And he's doing a good job offensively, too, when he has opportunities. Just haven't been that many out. This is very strategic fight so far. A lot of respect for one another. You can do all the yapping and talking before a fight you want, but when it comes down to going to the office and getting down to business, all that goes out the window. Or in Zab's case, not talking. There's some of the quickness and movement from Floyd. What makes him so great is he can hit you at all kinds of angles with something on it.
To this point in the fight, you wouldn't even know that Judah had such a major disappointment against Baltimore 3 months ago.
Lack of focus, obviously. But when he is focused, he's good.
He is. Nice work up and down by Mayweather with a left hook.
Welterweight championship action. Floyd Mayweather Jr. considered the best pound-for-pound in the world in the red trunks with the fluffy trim. Judah, they told him to let his hands go and start fighting a little more. We'll see if that strategy is going to work, because if he does open up, Mayweather will be there to counter. Nice left
Big
hand.
left hand. Probably the best shot Mayweather's taken in quite some time. And if he does, of course, he's on top of the world again.
here in Las Vegas a few years ago. Judah's left hand is giving him trouble.
Lead left hand from Judah. Judah turned his back and got hit in the kidney for it.
Judah shaking his head. You missed.
Keep it clean. Watch your head.
Watch the head.
It's getting a little nasty on the inside now, Alan.
Well, you know, Judah went out and did what his corner told him to do, throw punches. He's gaining confidence. And that left hand is sitting there. He's got it cocked and loaded. And I believe he hurt Floyd for a few seconds there.
A couple of nice right hands downstairs from Mayweather could pay dividends later in the fight. By a fight-changing punch in the 7th round against Baltimore, but Mayweather's not been able to test that chin yet. That was the closest he got right there with that left hook. But here we are, starting the second third of the fight now, third of the way through. Maybe behind on the scorecard. Certainly the toughest fight he's had through the first 4 rounds, probably in his professional career. Even the Castillo fight, the disputed first Castillo fight, he was way ahead and gave away several late rounds that made the fight close. But here Judah's doing a good job in the early rounds, and that's never happened to Mayweather before.
Round 5, Mayweather's still trying to find his combination in the formula. His corner likes him working on the body. They don't have a lot of respect for Judah. I'm earning more respect by the minute. Wanting them to go to the body to slow him down. But if he tries to go down there, he might find that left hand right in his face. That's the danger of sticking your head out there, because Judah's got a real wickedly quick left hand.
Well, it looked last round like Mayweather in the third round and early in the 4th, like he was beginning to get things turned completely in his favor, and then one shot kind of changed the course.
Pretty good right hand, lead right hand, which I love from Mayweather over the years. Mayweather just turned 29 in February. Judah's 28.
Step back. Let him go.
Another lead right hand. Floyd's trying to hop on him.
Well, there may be some thought in Mayweather's camp that Judah has had a tendency to fade late in some fights, including against Baltimore, that he's got a suspect chin, and that maybe this is the time he wants to start to turn it up against Zab.
Going to the body. Continually going right hand.
For the first time, Judah looks like he doesn't really know what to do with Mayweather. For the first time in the
Another
fight.
right hand and a left hook. Judah's getting hit here.
For a guy with bad stamina, or questionable stamina,
Now he's talking.
swallowing blood's not a good thing to do.
An angry fighter is not necessarily a good fighter. You kind of do stupid things. And Mayweather could be able to take advantage of that.
Zab called him a punk a few times during the last round. Whether that has any effect on Mayweather.
Well, there was some colorful language in there to go along with punk.
There always is in a Roger Mayweather corner, too. They told him that Roger Mayweather told Floyd, his nephew, in the corner that he doesn't have to back up from Judah, that he can come forward against this guy.
Right. Keep it clean, guys. Keep it clean.
So we'll see if Mayweather continues to try and press the attack.
There's nobody smarter than Floyd Mayweather in boxing. And he knows what he's got to do.
There's no question about it. And I mean, Zab Judah is a guy who's fought his whole career at 140 and 147. This is Mayweather's second fight at the weight. This has been the point in some fights where Zab tends to have a little lackadaisical period and not perform. If that's the case, we're going to have to see if he gets a second win, because you can't give away a string of rounds to Mayweather. He's the best front runner in the sport.
Round 6. Judah trying to press the attack. Mayweather grabbing his arm.
It's more what we expected to see of him early in the fight.
Judges like the guy who forces the action. In case you just joined us, we're going down to end of round 6 now, 10 seconds left.
Judah caught Mayweather on the end of that right hand. No effect. Here at the end of the round, Mayweather leaped in with that lead right hand and caught Judah clean. That was after Judah had caught him on the end of a.
Scheduled for 12 from Las Vegas, the Thomas and Mack Center. Welterweight championship of the world.
Floyd shook him a little bit with that right hand left hook combination, I think, Alan. This was the round when Baltimore near shook up Zab and turned that fight in his favor in January.
The champ is in the black trunks with the red trim. Mayweather fighting at 147 for just the second time in his career in the red trunks.
Look at Mayweather turn that. It looked like a jab, and he turned it into an uppercut underneath. You can't teach that. That's just pure acumen.
Right. Step back. Let him up.
If you could create a fighter with all the necessary tools, it would be Floyd Mayweather. If you could start from scratch, you just say, here's the model. Judah, if he's in that corner, he's a target.
And his activity level has diminished as the rounds have progressed, Alan. He's just not letting his hands go like he was the first 3 or 4 rounds of this fight.
He's getting one upside the head. Now he sticks out his tongue. Right hand. He might want to consider getting out of there, but.
Right hand, left hook behind it. Whenever Zab Judah sticks his tongue out at an opponent, it's not a good sign for him.
Judah tries to land a right hand. He misses by 6 inches.
It's hard to tell if he's bleeding from his tongue or inside his lip, but it's got to be having an effect on his breathing. He's definitely bleeding from his nose. With a guy, again, whose stamina is sometimes in question and whose chin is suspect, swallowing blood and breathing blood is not a good sign.
Mayweather continues to walk him down. He just keeps walking down, walking into him. Another good body shot. He's landed 3 or 4 of those this round.
When Judah does throw, it does not have the same zip it did early in the fight. Mayweather has broken him down with those body shots.
Left right hand.
With something coming behind it, with an idea of setting up something. You're not going to win a jabbing fight with Floyd Mayweather. You're absolutely right. It has to be done with a particular purpose.
And he's got to put combinations together, and he's not going to win the fight with this one punch at a time routine. Final seconds of round 7, which is a big Mayweather round. He's been patient. Zab Judah in trouble. This fight has turned the last 2 rounds. Mayweather's found his range. They wanted to continue to work the body. Judah's going to have to let his hands go and try to land some big punches if he can find. The problem is finding Mayweather. You can throw them all day, but if they don't hit anything, they're no good. I tell you what, after those first 4 rounds, and you heard me say it, I said, this is not a 6-to-1 underdog. Now he looks like a 6-to-1 underdog. I mean, he was, you know what? I think he's having trouble breathing. I really do. From when they worked on him in the corner.
Zab looking toward Richard Steele. I'm not sure what he was saying. He's talking to him now, but you know, the truth is Zab, again, his stamina's been in question for years. His chin's been in question right from the time he won the title.
His brain's been in question too.
Well, that's the biggest question of all. And when you get to this point of a fight, when it's starting to turn sour against you, a brain's a terrible thing to have sometimes.
Well, he's been talking to Mayweather again. And you know what? Mayweather's just good enough to punish him. I mean, he could really make things worse for himself if it's going to turn like this, because there's already bad blood between him, and Mayweather's just good enough to say, okay, you're going to get it. Right hand, bang, bang.
He may be just.
Judah finally threw a left.
I was about to say that Judah may be just trying to survive here, but he finally lets his hands go a little bit. And a nice left hand from Judah. Best shot he's landed since early in the fight.
Here he goes. That's a nice little 10-second spurt there from Judah.
You didn't see much reaction from Mayweather, though, almost like the steam's gone from Judah's punches, and he knows it. An interesting fight. I think that's why it went fast, because there's been real ebb and flow, real contrast with Judah doing well early and winning, in our estimation, most of the first 4 rounds. I had him winning 3 of the first 4 rounds, but since then it's been all Mayweather. It'd be hard for Judah to get the tide turned back his way now in these last 4 rounds.
Right, step back.
But he is capable.
And he has hurt Mayweather in this fight.
He is capable. I just think I saw his eyes. I watched him in the corner. I don't see any confidence. And I think his biggest enemy right now, aside from the best fighter in the world, is himself.
The body work Mayweather has done is really paying off now.
People don't pay enough attention to that. I love a fighter who works the body. That's what I loved about Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. It's like he took a tree and started chopping it until it fell over, and it always paid off in the late rounds. That's why he was so dominant. Mayweather is the type of fighter, he can pretty much do what's there. He hits what's there, but he also has a game plan about what he wants to do. I like the professionalism in his corner. I like the way Roger talks to him, the way he listens. But I also know you're talking about a boxing genius. Mayweather is a boxing genius. He was born into it. You've known him all your life. And if you're going to pattern yourself after somebody who was meant to do this sport, there's nobody better. Right hand. Judah's got his gloves down now. Another right hand and backed it up. Judah's hurt.
That's twice he's nodded, but hey, those were good shots.
And Mayweather knows it. Floyd Mayweather Jr. was one of the best closers there is. Patient, meticulous, and he's got him now. He knows it.
Richard Steele warns Mayweather about stepping on Judah's foot.
I thought that was part of the game. Step on the foot and hit him.
There's not much you can do with a right-hander and a left-hander in those situations sometimes. Judah's eye appears to be his left eye.
Do you remember in the corner, Roger said we're going to make him quit on his stool.
Excuse me, it's his right eye. He's really puffing up badly there.
Going to make him quit on the stool, they said.
Sure.
They haven't built him up this fight. Zab's got enough problems on his own to not have confidence. Is deadly for him.
I think that's a very good point. He's got a fragile psyche to start with. He's coming into the last 3 rounds of a championship fight against the best in the game. Maybe you want to send him out there with a little good feeling. Mayweather just working in combination, stalking his man.
Now Mayweather's really having fun. Now he's talking back. Maybe he's talking to Richard Steele. I don't know, but Mayweather is at his best. That's all I can tell you. Not to say that Judah might not be able to land that big punch, but he's still wiping his nose, which is never a good sign.
For that little 4-round session at the top-ranked gym, and Mayweather's just wearing him out.
I believe the story now.
I do too.
Judah holding on, round 10, absorbed a lot of punishment. If this keeps going this way, my question is, will he be standing at the end of round 12? Floyd's not a fighter who looks for the knockout, but he certainly can deliver it. He looks to do his job as best as he can. Nice right hand once again. We said it early, we said it late, the right hand.
Judah's face just breaking up by the minute. His father, who was a 6-time world kickboxing champion and also his trainer, I think generally thinks in these situations more like a fighter than a trainer, but he's seeing things slip away. I don't see a formula right now for Judah to get back in the fight. I think it'd be difficult. It'd be difficult to tell anyone that there is one, and you got to wonder how long Yoel Judah lets this go. Oh, it's a low blow,
big low blow. And I'm shocked that he did it. I was just talking about how professional they've been over there. I think it had a lot to do with being an uncle, being your blood in there and seeing him.
And then before he knows it, Bedlam's breaking out around him.
Punch and get out. Pull your arms back. Punch and get out.
Roger's priority should have been to make sure Floyd was okay.
Absolutely, and he should have done it without going into the ring.
And it'll be interesting to see what happens after the fight if something breaks out.
That and what the commission decides to do to handle the situation. As you mentioned, there's going to be fines and sanctions from that.
Now, I never know what's in Judah's mind, but here in the 11th round, he's actually been putting up some kind of a fight. There's that Mayweather right hand.
Judah may actually be winning the round.
I think Floyd's toying with him, hitting him on the belt line. I really do.
He has hit him right on the belt a couple times.
One of the finer performances of his career. Judah needs a knockout.
You could even argue, Alan, that this is
Nice left hand from Judah.
That this is the first time in Mayweather's career that he ever faced adversity in a fight and then turned it around and won going away. Against Castillo, obviously, that wasn't the formula of those fights, either one of them. But in this fight, in my estimation, I don't know about yours, I thought he was down 3 rounds to 1 after 4 and hasn't lost a round since.
That's about the way I had it. I saw 2 or 3 different Judahs in the ring tonight.
Good point. And I think there are 2 or 3 different Judahs.
There's only one Mayweather. It's very smart on Mayweather's part. He got hit there early in this round, but Judah, I don't know what he's thinking, but he better start unloading if he wants to have any shot.
Half of the 12th round left for Floyd Mayweather to stake his claim to a 4th world championship. He's got to let his hands go. He's got to knock Mayweather out. All the bad blood that boiled over before this fight, boiled over again during the fight. The rivalry is real, folks.
I wouldn't mind seeing it again just for the story.
The winner by unanimous decision and new champion, still undefeated from Grand Rapids, Michigan.